Okay, good day. Sa natitirang 2 linggo natin para sa third quarter, we shall discuss the differentiation of a new class of functions. These functions are not algebraic, are called transcendental functions. The simplest transcendental functions are the following. We have number 1, trigonometric functions. Meron tayong 6 formulas doon. Inverse trigonometric functions, we have 6 formulas also. Logarithmic function, dalawa. And exponential function, dalawa. So all in all, we have 16 formulas para sa differentiation of transcendental functions. Now, let us start our discussion in the theorem limits about the function f of u sine u over u. Okay? Ito. Ito yung function natin. F of u sine u over u. Now, it says if the angle u is in radians, then the ratio sine u over u approaches unity as u approaches 0. So, in symbol, we write limit of sine u over u as u approaches 0 is equal to 1. Now, the function f of u equals sine u over u is meaningless if u equals 0. No? If u equals 0, f of 0, this will become 0 over 0. So, nabanggit ko, meaningless siya. But what if u approaches 0? What is happening dun sa ating function f of u? It says, it is approaching to 1. Okay? At yun yung ating theorem on limits. Now, i-prove natin using this figure yung ating sinabi dito that if u is approaching to 0, the function f of u is approaching to 1. Let us consider this figure na kung saan yung ating arc AC, subtends an angle u, na kung saan ang unit ng ating angle u is radian, and yung center ng ating circle is at O, and the radius of the circle is equal to R. Okay? At yung DC natin, perpendicular to OA. So meaning, 90 degrees to. Okay? At yung BC natin, tangent to the circle siya. Yung BC, tangent sa circle. So, ibig sabihin, yung point C, yun yung ating point of tangency. Okay? Now, so ipuprove natin, ito, gamit yung figure nito, that if u is approaching to 0, the function is approaching to 1. Okay? Or equal to 1. Okay? Okay? So, kunin natin yung area niya. Compare natin yung mga areas niya. Yung area ng triangle, tanggal na natin ito para malaking space. Ito yung proof natin. Triangle OCD, triangle area of triangle OCD, less than yon, mas malaki yung area ng sector. Area of the sector. Sector OCA. At less than din yon sa area ng isa pang triangle, yung right triangle na OCB. OCB. So, yung area nitong OCA, OCD, ganito itsura niya. Ito yung C, ito yung D, ito yung O. Ito yung angle U, ito yung R. Okay? Less than ito, doon sa area ng sector. Ito yung O, A, C, and O. Okay? At yung triangle OCB, less than din yon. Itong dalawang ito. So, that is, pag ganito, 90 degrees yon. This is R. By the way, this is also R. R, this is O, B, and C. Okay? Now, kunin natin yung areas nila. Ang area of this triangle is 1/2 base times height. So, 1/2 base is OD, height is CD. less than 2. Area ng sector is 1 half r squared theta. Ang theta natin is u. Less than 2, 1 half base times height. 1 half base, ang base natin ay BC, ang height natin ay r. Okay? Solve na muna natin si OD. Paano natin masosolve si OD? From this figure, we all know that sine u is opposite over hypotenuse. So, sine u, opposite niya is CD. Hypotenuse is r. Therefore, r sine u equal kay CD. What else? Solve natin si OD. OD. Cosine naman. Cosine u is adjacent is OD over hypotenuse. Therefore, r cosine u is equal to OD. Okay? And then from the second right triangle, isolve na rin natin si BC. Paano natin masosolve si BC? BC is opposite side. Ito ay kanyang hypotenuse. So we're going to use tangent, no? R. R and BC. Therefore, tangent U, opposite side is BC, adjacent side is R. Okay, therefore, R tangent U equal to BC, or in terms of sine and cosine functions, tangent, quotient, identity, we have R sine U over cosine U equal to BC. Now, substitute na natin. We have 1 half OD is R cosine U and CD is R sine U less than 2 1 half R squared U less than to 1 half BC is sine U over cosine U times R. Okay, lagay ko na lang dito sa gilid. Okay, para di malito, lagay natin sa yung R sine U over cosine U times R pa. Okay. So we have, kung i-divide natin lahat ng ating terms ng 1 half R squared, lahat may 1 half R squared, ang matitira na lang ay cosine U, sine U, less than to U, less than 2 sine U over cosine U. Okay. Next is, kung i-divide natin lahat ng terms ng sine, okay? Kasi ito ang kailangan natin. Divide natin lahat ng terms ng sine. So, ang matitira na lang dito is just cosine U. So, cosine U, sa gitna, matitira na lang ay U over sine. Doon, ang matitira ay 1 over cosine U. Now, what we need is a function of sine U over U. Okay? So, kukunin natin reciprocal ng lahat ng terms. So, ito, para maging sine U over U. So, pag ni-reciprocal natin to, that will become 1 over cosine U. Cosine U less than 2. This will become sine U. Sorry, since kinuha natin yung reciprocal, may mababaliktad din yung direction of our inequality symbol, magiging greater than. Sine U over U, this will become greater than cosine U, reciprocal. So, mapapansin natin if U is approaching to 0, okay? Yung ating 1 over cosine U is also approaching to 1, okay? Again, from here, if U is approaching to 0, yung ating cosine U is approaching to 1. So therefore, it is true to say that the limit of the function sine U over U as U approaches to 0 is approaching to 1. And this is what we call the squeeze theorem. Kasi pag isa-substitute natin yon, that will become 1 greater than sine U over U greater than 1. Yan tinatawag nating squeeze theorem. Therefore, we can say that the limit of this function as you approach 0 is equal to 1. Okay, so I'm going to give you examples on how to determine the limits of the function using this theorem on limits. Thank you. By the way, we're going to deal with um, yung kukunin natin yung limits of a function na kung saan yung function natin is transcendental functions. Okay? Using this concept of limits. Thank you.